Right guys, welcome to another Enduro World review. Today we're talking Hydra packs or Camelbacks or whatever you want to call them. Personal choice has been the Uzui Ranger 9. It's got a crossover system for clipping on, so they have this patented system called No Dancing Monkeys, and yeah, literally this thing sits on your back, doesn't bounce anywhere, even with a 3-litre bladder. It's a very sturdy pack, so that's my pack of choice. This is probably 3.5-4 years old. It's been beaten about a bit, but yeah, it's still working well. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to talk about bladders and bladder care. So most of the bladders now come out with this slide mechanism that they use to seal it, but a lot of times this slide mechanism gets a little bit of juice or something on it which contains sugar and makes this slide part very, very sticky, and it's very difficult to get it on. So all I do is I take normal Vaseline, take a little bit here, and then I just smear it on these slides here. So a bit there, a little bit there, just smear it over nicely, and then once that's on, your slide goes on very nice and easy like that. On and off, nice and easy. Okay. So lube up your slide and you'll have happy days, literally. Okay, now as far as mixing the Endure Hydra Shake, Hydrate, which we all should be using, I use a shaker, normal any kind of shaker. I would fill that up with normal water that hasn't been cooled, so normal water as it comes out the tap. Then I'd put 3 or 4 scoops of that into there and shake that up, then put that aside. Then to keep my juice cold, I'm a bit of a sucker for cold juice, I pre-freeze these polystyrene cups. Okay, you just fill them up with water and pop them up right in the freezer. Then when I'm ready to make my Camelback, you just take it, cut it down there like that, peel off the polystyrene, make sure all of it's gone, and then I'll pop 3 or 4 of those into the Camelback bladder, exactly like that. 3 or 4 of those. Then pour the juice that I've made into there, and then I take a 2-litre cool drink bottle that has been filled with water that comes out the fridge, and I fill this Camelback bladder up with that cold water, and then pop it in the fridge for the evening before I ride. Don't put it in the freezer because you will forget it there, and you will rock up at the ride with 3 litres of frozen juice, which is not usable for a good few hours. So yeah. Then on my pipe I take air conditioning insulation and slide it over. I pull the mouthpiece off and I slide this piece over. That just stops the first sip of the juice being lukewarm once you haven't had a sip for a while. So yeah, that keeps that stuff. As you'll know, if in summer in the heat you get that first sip comes out of there, it's lukewarm. The hydrate and any sort of energy drink will start to ferment or go off if it starts getting warm. So that's why sometimes when you take that first sip, it feels a little bit offish, a little bit sour. It's starting to ferment. So yeah, that's how I keep that setup nice and cool. So yeah, right guys, as I've said before, please down below, please hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified of any other videos that we make, and be kept up to date and kept in the know. Right, as far as what I actually put in my Camelback, or my Uzui No More Dancing Monkey Ranger 9 is the full name. In the front here, probably one of my most important items is a good quality sunscreen just for your face. That just slide into there, that sits there all the time, and whenever I stop and my face is dry, I just put on some sunscreen because yeah, the South African sun, as we know, is pretty hectic. Okay, then got a little Ziplock here with a spare bite valve. Those things, sometimes if you fall, those come off, or you go through a bunch of bushes, that can also come off. And then also a tiny little bit of Vaseline. Same for that slider. You can do that when you stop and put more juice in if that thing's got issues. This is also great for your lips if you've got dry lips. Okay, so that all goes into there. rolled up and gets put into there. Okay. A small Bic lighter. Okay, this thing, they're pretty waterproof. If you get stuck out in the mountains and need to make a fire or need to use some cable ties to do some plastic welding, a lighter really is a really valuable little piece of equipment that you've got there. Spare batteries. These are rechargeables for your GPS. So I use these Duracell ones. They keep their charge for quite a while, so I always carry two spare batteries for my GPS. That goes into there. Right, then a disposable poncho, which is a plastic piece of plastic with 2 holes for the arms and a hole for the head. If it starts hammering down with rain, I like to put a poncho on so you don't get too wet. Then yeah, standard issue, the emergency blanket, the space blanket, which everyone calls it. If you injure yourself or injure a rider, someone goes into hypothermic shock, then you wrap them up in this, and it sort of insulates them from the cold or from getting cold. Also, you get stuck out in the mountains, you need a blanket. This is going to be your friend. I've got a little bit of Pratley's putty here. The 2 sides, the white one and the brown one, are kept separate, and it's just a small little bit for a one fix application. It's not. I don't have to carry the 2 big bars because that obviously adds a lot of weight and bulk. So that into there. Then the white gold. This stuff, as you know, is extremely valuable when you're out in the bush. You know what it's used for. These little sealable packs, you can buy them in packs of 10 at discount for I think $20 or something. They're pretty watertight, so which is nice. So if it does rain, the backpack gets wet, the tissues inside here will still keep dry. So yeah, you need to blow your nose, or otherwise, that's what I keep in there. Then obviously some more cash. Always got cash. Just keep cash in different places. Another vital part. This is bum cream. You all come across newbie riders, guys that are got monkey butt and are crying and you're only halfway through the ride. You can probably sell this for a fair amount of money. But yeah, I keep a little bit of bum cream in a little holder in my Camelback there. Cable ties. I've got some medium thickness short ones. You can join them to make long ones. And then I've got some thin little ones as well, which are also pretty handy. So those go in there. Then I have a small little couple of tablets here. Obviously the staple diet of Enduro rider is Myprodols. So we've got a few Myprodols in there. I've got a few toothpicks and a few antihistamines as well. So you suffer from hay fever, carry some high strength antihistamines in there. And then I've got 2 little scalpel blades here. These are very useful for pulling deep thorns out. If your mates ride through the bushes instead of around them, these are helpful, and it's great fun gouging your mate's arm apart to get a little thorn. So yeah, those go in there, and then that gets sealed as well, and then that also goes in there. Okay, as far as inside, I have 2 flattened juice cartons. I'll show you how to make them. Pretty simple. One is for fuel, one is for water. So those get put in there. They weigh nothing, they fold up to nothing. So those are very handy if you need to transfer fuel from one bike to another, or if you need to get water out of a stream to fill up a radiator, or to make to fill up your Hydra pack bladder in the middle of the mountains. So yeah guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to subscribe, and yeah, look forward to our next video.